In today's unsurprising news update for you guys, we discover that 7 climate eco activists who were arrested for causing trouble in this country once again managed to escape justice. So let's get this right. Most of the time when Extinction Rebellion or Just Stop Oil or Insulate Britain or whatever they're going to call themselves next week, most of the time when they're out on the streets causing trouble, we don't do anything about it, as in the country, the police, for example. And when they manage to arrest a few of them or remove them from the scene, they may charge them. And if they do charge them, they might go to court. And then if they get to court, they still escape justice. What's the point of law and order in this country, considering that situations where there is absolute evidence and they come out and say, well, we're still going to plead not guilty, and then we know that they did it, yet at the same time they get suspended sentences. Okay, so a group of these hippies decided to target a lot of public buildings and Barclays banks and all the others. And we've got the names and ages of some of them. Zoe, 52. Carol, who's 53. Sophie, who's 31. Lucy, 48. Gabriella, 28. Rosemary, 64. And another protester who cannot be named for legal reasons. So there's like seven of them. They were charged with criminal damage, but they decided to plead not guilty. And so they still went to court, and the judge decided to say, well, yes, you guys have been naughty. You guys need to be punished. What do you think the punishment was? It is absolutely fascinating what's happened. So they managed to cause over £100,000 worth of damages. They received suspended sentence, and all they had to pay, 7 of them, overall, £500 penalty. Okay, let's look at the logic. Firstly, suspended sentence. So there's no point. What's the point of even going to court if you're going to get this? But compared to, we always talk about proportionate responses. 100,000 damages. Public buildings and businesses and everything else like that. Is £500 enough when it comes to the penalty? You know, one thing is about actual punishment. One thing is about banning these organizations because they are domestically causing trouble. But let's just compromise and say, okay, we'll just take it case by case. What is the point of having the justice system if they can still get away with it every single time? For example, the problem I have is with the same wokey corporations who've been going out of fear, some of them, and some of them because they've been infiltrated by the woke idiots, and especially the millennials. But at the time, now millennials are getting older, so they're getting senior management jobs. So all these companies, from Disney and Netflix and all that, now we're talking about Barclays Bank, who went out there over the last few years, over the last decade or so, with their virtue signaling, with their climate mission statements and everything else. They thought that they could be untouchable. But that clearly backfired. One of the buildings, one of the businesses that were targeted was Barclays, okay? Let's show you one of the main pages on Barclays Bank's website. It literally has, on Barclays, this page that talks about sustainable future and tackling climate change and how we can all play our part. So they did the whole page. They got a mission statement. They've done their duty. They do their charities. They clearly plant trees and all that stuff. And they are still not immune from Extinction Rebellion and all the other militants. So what is the point of doing virtue signaling if you are still not completely invincible, essentially? We have to stop this wokerism. And the word keeps changing, by the way. But we're talking about cultural Marxism. We're talking about a complete hard left mentality that wants to infiltrate our country and the Western values. And they are doing it successfully, unfortunately. And we have to fight back. That is the reality. Let me know what you guys think about this whole hypocrisy of this whole situation. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.